Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, December 30th, 2015, and the U.S. stock market is closed. This is one day to the end of the year, and it proved to be a rather frustrating day for us. We actually closed out 5,000, excuse me, we closed out $5,000 positive in closeout trades. We are carrying about a negative $1,000 going into tomorrow, which is the last day of the year for trading. I would, that appears to be a winning day for us, and technically it was, but it was just really frustrating because it could have been a lot better. I called the Dow sideways for today, and for most of the day, even though the Dow was down 50 some points or so, it did look like a sideways day, and our equity was definitely improving throughout the day during this sideways motion. The problem for us came at the end here. These last two bars, you can see a very significant sell-off when the Dow went, from being like negative 50 some points to negative 120 or so. I don't know if there was any news out. I don't know what caused that, but it is kind of ominous, and it pulled everything we had down with it. So we had a pretty decent day right about here, but by the end of the day it has me very nervous. I have to call the Dow down tomorrow, certainly with a formation like this. It certainly looks like a down day, and so the things we have could get a lot worse. I mean, that's just the reality. I don't like ending the year that way, but it doesn't look I'm not real optimistic about tomorrow right now, looking at what has happened. I'll show you a couple of the trades we had. I'll show you the spoiler for today. This was the stock that really hurt us. This is SunEdison, SUNE, and it's frustrating here. We had a big gap up here in SunEdison this morning, and of course we do buy the gaps. God, we missed this buy here. I mean, if we could have just held off for 5 more minutes, we would have never gotten into this thing. We did get into it, and then it just sold off all day long, and we're holding about negative 3,000 in SunEdison. We didn't have that. We have a pretty decent day, but we got into it, so we're holding a big loser going into tomorrow, and that is most of our losses right there in that stock. I will show you our great hope for today, but in some ways this was also a disappointment. This is, excuse me, clicked the wrong one here. This is WTW, Weight Watchers International. This is an extremely volatile stock. I do not know just why Weight Watchers should be so volatile, but it is. And this thing gapped way up. This morning we buy the gaps, and it kept going for us. And up here at the top of this chart, we were up over $6,000 in open trade on Weight Watchers. Just a beautiful, beautiful trade. I thought it was going to go to the moon, and then it gets pulled back here, possibly by that downside Dow action, but it did basically follow that same pattern the Dow did, selling off at the end, and we saw our $6,000 melt down to about $3,000. So that loss of $3,000 in equity is what put us negative in terms of our open trade tomorrow. I just hope this thing holds up. It's really important because this was a very got a very good trade going here. I just wanted to end that way, and we just got to wait till tomorrow. So anyway, technically a winning day, but a little bit nerve-wracking for Trader Bob. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on the last trading day of the year.